Hey, Nashvillians. Welcome to the You Matter Nashville podcast, the place where every story we share is a celebration of you, the heartbeat of our community. I'm Jason Hoover, delighted to be one half of your hosting duo.
And I'm Mindy Hoover, joining you alongside Jason to bring you the stories of inspiring individuals and unsung heroes making a positive impact right here in our hometown.
Every episode is about passions, dreams, and actions that stitch together the Middle Tennessee community.
So if you're looking to get inspired by the good happening around us, or if you want to hear from the change makers who believe, just like us, that you matter, then hit that follow button on your favorite podcast platform.
And if you are looking to make a move in the Middle Tennessee area, Mindy and I are real estate professionals and would be honored to serve you with excellence.
Now, let's dive into another episode of You Matter Nashville.
All right, welcome to the very first episode of You Matter Nashville. So glad to be here. So glad that you are joining us and listening. And I am Jason Hoover.
And I am Mindy Hoover.
And we are the Hoover team. We're a duo of realtors, real estate professionals, whichever you want to call us. And we're here in the Nashville area. But yeah, so this is our very first podcast together. We've done podcasts separately. I've done podcasts in the past. So I want to just take this moment, this very first episode, to shine a light on, who we are just briefly, but what's this podcast all about, really? And what does You Matter mean? And so we're going to cover all of that here shortly. But before we do, we've got a very, very special guest on, starting out with a bang. We've got a really talented gentleman named Tyler Mount. So Tyler, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, for those that may not know him, he has a long sheet of credits and things that you've done. I mean, what are you, like 70, 80 years old or something like that?
Almost. I feel like it. My knees.
Okay. Like, it says here, you don't believe in sleeping. I
don't.
That.
I don't. Clearly.
But yeah, so in all seriousness, Tyler is definitely one of the foremost expertise in real estate branding, which we'll get back to that. That's why we met. But he's also the owner of Henry Street Creative, which is a creative agency, which we use as well. So, man, we're just your biggest fans, I think.
I know. I love it. I appreciate it.
But he does. That company specializes in brand design, content creation, web development. You've collaborated with Ryan Serhant, Spencer Raskoff, who was the founder of Zillow, which is a pretty big guy. And then you've also been with the likes of NBC and some other places like that. But that's not even the really cool part. The cool part is that you've co-produced 8 productions, right?
Yes.
And I know that seems to admit.
I'm at 8. Yeah.
Say what?
I said I think I lost count. I think I'm around 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Not just any kind of productions.
Yeah. I mean, whenever you found out about what he did, I mean,
Yeah. I'm a Broadway nerd, so that was my major in college. So yeah, I felt like an instant connection when I saw all his accolades and everything. I'm like, okay, he speaks Mindy, so this is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've received Tony Awards.
I have. It's interesting. It's not something I typically lead with, especially in my career today. But yeah, I was in the right place at the right time, you could say. 3 Tonys, a Grammy, Olivier, Drama League, Drama Desk, GLAAD Media Award, probably others that I've now forgotten. But
so
yeah.
Do you have like a shrine of all of these things?
I would, right above my bed.
You know what? You know what's interesting? I did for a while, and then, not to be annoying, I just got too many of them. So I keep I keep the Tonys in the living room, and then the rest are like beautifully in storage. So if you want to borrow one, Mindy, I know you would love
Can
one.
I just have a Grammy for my office? Thanks.
We whenever we won, we did take shots out of the Grammy, which is like, if you're going to take a shot, it's the way to do it. So I can say that I have done that in my career.
Okay.
Well, Tyler, and I didn't even make it all the way through everything, but you serve on many boards. You do so much, man, so much. I am just honored that you have taken time out of your day to join us and be here for our very first episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, and so that our listeners know how it came to be that we connected was actually through Ryan Serhant. And so we were looking at doing some, actually revamping our whole real estate business last year.
Yeah.
And so long story short, we found out that they had a branding coaching. And so even fast forward, we ended up with you as our coach, which was, you completely changed everything from our website to, your guys handled all of that. But that has led us to this podcast. It's been a journey.
Yes.
It's been a fun journey, hasn't it?
Yes, it has.
And so, I don't know, where you want to start off about You Matter or what? Let's start off on You Matter, because I'm excited about that, because that all happened. Just kind of give you the rundown. We went to the Ryan Serhant training. Oops, my chair just went down. Went to the Ryan Serhant training and down in Miami. And so that's where, we'd already been coaching with you for a little bit, but during that time, I can't remember exactly what triggered the thought, but it was at the end of this, of that training or whatever, 3-day weekend. And I was trying to think, something was said in one of those things, and it was like, you got to make people feel. And I was like, man, that reminds me from marketing class. It's like, marketing is making people feel the passion that you have.
Yeah.
It's like, how can I convey what Mindy and I have in our hearts? How can we convey that to our customers? And it just hit me. It's like, I was like, and I was going through a bit of a time, last year as well, kind of a headspace here. And I was like, there's so much anger in the world. There's so much, just bad news. And really what it comes down to, we all have a desire to be loved, right? We all want to be loved. Well, also we want to know we matter in this world. If I lead this world today, I want to know that my time was not wasted. It mattered to everybody around me. So, and I was like, and we feel that passion for our clients. It's not a one and done. Our clients, we truly love our clients. We want the very best for our clients. And it's like, they matter to, how can we come up with something that expresses our heart, our desire? And then it's like, oh, you're already saying it. It's You Matter. Like so immediately, I mean, Mindy wasn't even in the room. We were in a cocktail thing where we were, rubbing shoulders with Ryan Serhant and Tyler Mount and stuff like that. Right. And so I grabbed this other guy. He was, I think he actually, he lives in Las Vegas. And I said, hey, I just came up with something. I want to run this by you. What do you think about it? I don't even remember the guy's name. He was the first one. And he's like, man, I love that. So I was like, so I shared it with Mindy. She got excited. And of course, we couldn't wait to share it with you and about, how we come up with this new motto or something or another, that expresses how we feel. So I know you liked it, but if you wouldn't mind just chime in, what was your thoughts when we first told you about You Matter?
Yeah, look, my job as a strategist and a marketing consultant in real estate is twofold, right? It's to ensure that we're following the authentic truth of my client. Okay. And number two is to ensure that we tell story appropriately, right? We want to make sure that the audience, the consumer, actually feels something. Okay. And that is the key. And that is the secret here. And so whenever you said, oh, we're thinking about this concept of You Matter, well, the first thing is, well, this is a no-brainer. This is everything you stand for. This is the ethos of, Jason and Mindy. But then beyond that, what better opportunity to make sure consumers feel something whenever they work with you, right?
Yeah.
I know you personally. I know your business intimately. And what you do for your clients is a step above the status quo. And consequently, this new tagline, as we would formally call it, really described both who you are personally and what you do in business. So it was a no-brainer to me. And then most importantly, it really gave us what I call a North Star, which is, okay, does this piece of social content fall under the guise of You Matter? Well, if it does, fantastic. If it doesn't, then let's rethink it, right? It really gives us a trajectory to go. And that's why You Matter really, really had legs, in my opinion.
Yeah. Mindy, what did you think about it? No, I mean, because I love like perfect. I mean, he summed it up great. But whenever I shared it with you, I mean, I know you loved it just as much.
Yes. I mean, yeah, when Jason came to me and presented it, I was really excited about it, and just kind of how we are as a family and as a couple, and and having our own nonprofits and everything. So it was just thought it'd be a great idea for us to be able to share not just the good that we're trying to do, but what about the good that so many other businesses are doing for our community, and just really highlight them. Because if you're doing something that's really great for the community, I would rather work with you than some big box place down the street. So,
and to that point, what I think is really remarkable is it makes you more approachable, right?
Yeah.
We know that people want to transact and do business with people that are like-minded to them. We know that by being a human and humanizing your content and humanizing your business, you actually do more business. And so my number one goal here would be to say, okay, how do we humanize in the eyes of strangers, both Jason and Mindy? Well, giving back and being a part of the community is the best place to start. So, that was an additional layer of complexity that really made this a strong decision.
Yeah. And, You Matter, just the sentiment of it is that, everybody has a purpose. Everybody has a purpose here, and we matter to each other as a community. And so, and that brings us to this podcast. So we came up with to do the podcast, and the podcast, officially is called You Matter Nashville, because we live and work here in the greater Nashville area. And so, what do we want to do with this podcast, Mindy? What is it that we want to accomplish?
Well, like I had mentioned, really want to highlight some really great individuals and some really great businesses here in the Nashville area that just do good. And from nonprofits to even for-profits that donate to a lot of the really great places here in Nashville. So we are going to be talking to some really amazing, even like CEOs to, directors of area group homes and things like that. So it's going to be all over the board, but it's just a chance for them to really share their hearts and why they do what they do as well.
And there's a lot of individuals that are starting and doing things just to help the community. And, I was watching one on TV the other day. This guy is, delivering flowers that would be discarded to nursing homes. And I was like, wow, those are the types of people we want to do business with. We, even if it's not business, do life with, because it's just the humanity, the heart of humanity, to be giving and helping in a time where it seems like we're just, everybody's angry. It just seems like people are, road rage is up crazy.
It is here.
Man, be careful out there, people.
Whew, Nashville's bad.
Yeah, just stay out of the way. Let them handle that. But, Mindy, you actually have a nonprofit yourself for how many years?
Celebrating 15 years in October. So we're pretty excited. And it sounds so simple, but way back when I was teaching, we saw a need for girls that couldn't afford prom dresses. And we have about 550, 600 girls a year, young ladies, find beautiful dresses, and they can get them for free. We work with area schools, counties, the cities, everywhere in Middle Tennessee. I try to identify and let the girls know that they need to come to our event and get a beautiful dress, even shoes, accessories, everything. So they leave fully ready to be able to go to their formals.
And we're gonna dedicate an episode to that. Also, we're gonna have somebody on that works with you. There's a lot that goes into Love the Dress.
Yes.
So that's going to be one of our episodes coming up. But back to, what do we want to accomplish on this podcast is we want to just shine the light on the people that are doing good, that are the, catalyst for positive change in the community. So that's one of the things. If you know somebody like that would be a good guest, please send them our way. We want to highlight the people that are doing good. I don't care if they're a business. I don't care if they're individual. They're the CEO or they're, just the individual doing it on their own. It does not matter.
Because you matter.
Because you matter. Look at that.
You matter.
Did we want to talk about just how we got into what we do?
Yeah. Tyler actually helped us make a lot of change in our business, and positive change. And that's, I can't thank you enough for that, Tyler. We appreciate you so much. And, we even got these, he even helped us work on getting these little shirts made. Also, we need to get one to you.
Yeah.
I know. I deserve a shirt, right?
You deserve a shirt.
Because I
At
matter.
least you match.
I know.
Yeah, you matter. But
I do matter, but
today.
It's interesting. I didn't do this on purpose, but I do accidentally match you. We're in the same color palette. I'm reversed. I really do need one. I'd give you my home address, but I just don't want to do it on a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Let's not do that.
I'll email it to you later.
Let's not do that. That's awesome. But yeah, so a little bit about our business. We are real estate agents, and you take the lead on this because she is the team lead. I just help her. I'm her assistant pretty much.
Jason really excels in teaching and helping and mentoring and everything. So I like talking. I mean, you wouldn't know that right now because I know Jason's talking a lot, but
I'm the introvert.
But I do work with people every single day in real estate. I don't think we really take days off. But I love what I do. I left being a music director after about 15 years and joined Jason about 6.5 years ago. And was it 2018? Yeah, do the math. And been doing it ever since. I love it. I have always loved sales. That's how I paid for my way through college. Yeah. So jumping back into it was pretty natural. And also really love houses. So it was a pretty win-win.
Yeah, you did a pretty good job there, I have to say. Yeah, like she said, she does kind of head up our, the selling piece of it. We're both investors as well. So we have some investment properties. We're actually starting to look for another one. And also, we're always looking to connect with people. So if you're in the real estate business, in some form or fashion, always looking to make good connections. So please reach out to us. But yeah, so we have the real estate. We, like she said, I do coaching and training for real estate agents locally here at, in the middle Nashville area. But if you're looking at branding coaching, Tyler Mount's your guy for sure. All right. So where all do we serve, Mindy?
All over. We personally live in Franklin, but we pretty much work from the Kentucky border down to Alabama and all the way to Dixon and Lebanon. So we've been all over in between. And we work a lot of Williamson, Davidson, Rutherford, and Murray counties. Mm-hmm. But we do venture everywhere.
And luxury?
Yes.
You actually have a fancy little certification.
Yeah, I do have a fancy little luxury guild status, because I think only realtors know what all that stuff means. But yeah, I did go through the whole rigmarole, the whole training, and I had to sell so many luxury homes or whatever. It's a whole bunch of fancy stuff. But I think the training is important because it just makes me a better realtor and serve my luxury clients better.
Very true. And you don't just do a luxury, but like we said, we even do investments. So we do, smaller price points as well. So
I work with a lot of investors too.
Hey, everybody matters.
Because everybody matters.
Tyler doesn't know. He's just like, oh my gosh.
Oh my God. No, I'm here for the ride. You should know me. I'm so flexible when it comes to this. I'm awesome. I'm enjoying not answering emails right now. I just get to hang out with you. So it's a win-win for me.
Oh, we love you, man. We love you. Hey, are you an animal person?
Am I an animal person? Oh my gosh, I basically live in the ASPCA. I have a 70-pound golden doodle named Henry who has one brain cell and has a sack of potatoes, but we love him all the same. I am stepfather to Andy, a little Bernedoodle who is the most fantastically dramatic, queen of the castle. She like rules Henry. And as we speak, I'm pet sitting I'm not lying, 100-pound lab of my best friends. And let's not forget, I don't live in Tennessee. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment here in Manhattan. But, I wouldn't have it any other way.
So side question, Tyler. Is that where Henry Street Creative came from, or reverse?
Interestingly enough, my colleagues and I came up with the term Henry Street Creative for 2 reasons. A, Henry Street is a popular street in Brooklyn. It's where we filmed our first commercial as a company. But then most importantly, we truthfully did name it after Henry because he is the unofficial, or dare I say official, mascot of the organization. We adore him. We love him. And he is our official namesake because of it.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay. Well, we have 2 little pups that we love very much.
Yeppers.
Yeppers. Yeah. We got Charlie, who's the older King Charles Cavalier. They're both King Charles Cavalier. We got Charlie, and then we have Lola.
Yeah, Charlie's more... He's mine. We'll just put that down. Charlie's mine. He's the chill one, and he's more like Garfield. He has Odie. So Lola is Odie, and I don't know how they chose, but their personalities. You'd think the extrovert would have come to me, but no, the extrovert went to him.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
It's
funny. She keeps me going. Oh,
yeah,
but they're awesome.
She has him whipped. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Anytime she wants, he just gives her something. So,
not every time. Maybe every other time. So we have, what's bad though? We just talked about our puppies before our kids.
They're used to it.
I know they are used to it. Sorry.
They're teenagers now. They don't even talk about us.
That's
it's okay.
Priorities, right?
One's a teenager. The other one's drinking age. So,
Yeah.
They have priorities.
They're awesome kids. They really are. We definitely couldn't ask for better kids. But yeah, so we are a family in Franklin. Lived here since 2002, or I have. You came in 2004.
Came in 2004.
I actually listen to me. Well, I did kind of transfer. I transferred colleges. So I was in Arkansas and then moved up here to go to Belmont. Cool. And graduated from Belmont and loved it. But loved this place. It wasn't supposed to be my landing place, Tyler. I was supposed to go to New York or LA one.
Well,
yeah, I was supposed to go to Chicago. So, we both ended up here.
The world had different plans for you. I mean, I wish I had a dramatic story like that. I was always meant to come to New York. I knew that since 3rd grade. I followed the plan, right? But, you can't take me away now. So I'm trapped here.
So what do you love about what you do, Tyler? You do so much. And you're great at it. I mean, I know I don't like people talking about me either, but
you speak for yourself.
He's a performer. What are you talking about?
I love being talked about.
We're like, excuse me, maybe get my best light while you talk great about me.
That's what happens when you give the introvert a mic.
Yeah, I love it. Great, you keep going. Yeah. You were saying you stopped talking when you said that I was great at many things. That's what you were saying.
Yeah. Start from there.
But yeah, so you've done many different things in your career, and what is it that drives you every day? Because it's a lot.
Severe and crippling anxiety of failure, maybe. It's interesting. I've always been this type of person. And I'm really, really lucky because I swear to you, it is genetic. It is biological. I know people who are not like this, and it's not because they don't care. They just don't have the same drive, and that's fine. I'm lucky to accidentally have that drive, right? And so I love doing what I do because I only allow myself to do things I love. And that might sound a little insane, but it's like, if I don't want to do it and I don't like it, I'm not doing it. That's not me being lazy. That's like me just being like, no, life is too short. Let's focus on the things that bring me joy, because not only does that make life more enjoyable, but also you find more success doing that. And you enjoy the success and the journey as you find success, right? So I'm not sitting here and saying, I love every single aspect of my job. There's not a moment I'm not like, oh my gosh, I have to do this, right? But overarchingly, the sentiment is that I really love what I do, and I have a good time doing it, which is my ultimate goal.
And you can tell.
I try, or at least I'm good at faking it in the moments I don't enjoy it. But
well, I mean, we can tell. I should have said we can tell.
Yeah.
Because it's, we meet a lot of people in the industry, especially coaches, and being around that, and you're definitely unlike the others.
Well,
in a very good way.
That certainly means a lot to me. My goal is to be unapologetically myself, unapologetically authentic, and show up for my clients because, I say this to them and I really mean it. It is this concept that when someone invites me into their business, right, and pays me a significant retainer to help them with their business, for many of my clients, not all, but for many of my clients, it's a significant investment. I understand that they could spend that money anywhere. They could spend that money anywhere from dinner, diapers, or another coach that cares more, right? Theoretically. And so I remind them after I take maybe 25 to 30 new business calls per week. And in those calls, I have a lot of people who want to work with me. I'm trying to find who is the best fit for my roster. Not only so I have that joy, right, which can serve that person, but I want to make sure they're the right fit. If they're looking for a magic fix, I'm not that. I am the person who can show you what to do, but I need you to do it. And so, what I am always trying to share with them is the fact that they could spend this money anywhere. And I don't take that lightly. This isn't their business. This is their livelihood. This is their ability to pay their rent or their mortgage or diapers for their kids. And that's why I take my job very, very personally, not always seriously, right? I'm not known for being the most uptight person, but I take that responsibility seriously. Right. And, I would like to think that shows with my work and shows with my experience.
Well, we can definitely attest to all of that.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was always fun when we got on the call with you and worked through the bit. And you just had so many ideas. It's almost like, do you ever turn that off? I mean, it's like,
no, I mean, being organized, we appreciated that so much. Like, we got on the call and you had a list of things for us to do. For one, that Jason and I are both workaholics and we're going to do everything on your list. And then we're going to say, is there anything else we can do? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But we appreciated the preparedness that you had. Yeah. So when we showed up, you were prepared with exactly what you wanted us to do for the next test.
I mean,
or at least
right. I mean, my clients are paying a premium to work with one of the industry's leading experts in this one niche, right? If I were to spend 10 minutes each session focusing on what are we going to talk about instead of focusing on talking about those things, that's thousands of dollars a year, right? That I'm wasting. Yes. It goes back to how dare me, right? My goal is to ensure that I am prepared for you because that is what you're paying for. And, it's interesting. It's just the way my brain works. I am not good at sports. I am not good at many things. I am very, very good at coming up with ideas. Are they all great? No, but I'm shameless in my ability to share them. Right. Because again, if you think it's a bad idea, that's fine. I'm not offended. Let's just come up with the good idea together. So to answer your question, that's kind of how my brain works.
Yeah. I mean, and as far as the ideas, that's definitely, that was very true because you kept coming up with different things I never even thought of. Tyler, so if somebody was interested in there, I mean, do they, you have a real estate person or team, are you taking on any new clients?
So, I've been very fortunate in my career to work off a wait list for my private roster. I have 30 spots on my roster. They're all currently filled, but I take about 20 new business calls every week. And I do that because my entire philosophy is lighting someone else's candle doesn't extinguish my own. So even if I'm not going to get anything out of it today, right? me sitting with you for 15 minutes, despite, those 15 minutes adding up and adding up and adding up, right? Helps you get pointed in the right direction, then that's time well spent for me, because I know it will come back to me at some point. Right. So, if you're interested in me taking a look at your ecosystem online, giving you some really clear black and white action items and how to improve your business, specifically in real estate, but I have worked with clients across entertainment, hospitality, pharmaceuticals, lifestyle, celebrity, et cetera. So I have significant experience in multiple industries. Just go to tylergmount.com, sign up for a free audit. You're going to get one-on-one time with me, no catch, no timeshare at the end of it. I just want to help you. And if you feel like it's a good fit and I feel like it's a good fit, we can add you to the wait list. And as spots fill up or as spots become available, I will always try to do my very best to get people off that wait list so I can start affecting change in their ecosystem.
Amazing.
I love that. I love it, Tyler. Also, did you want to share anything about the web design company you have as well?
Oh, well, I mean, that's kind, but, ultimately I created Henry Street Creative as the creative agency arm of my consultancy. What I found is coaching, let's say, the Mindy and the Jasons of the world, I would say, okay, well, the need to upgrade your ecosystem, without question, needs a luxury website or updated social content or a new listing presentation or a new logo. And what I would find is that I would say, okay, go do that, right? And we would sit and I'd twiddle my thumbs, in most cases, 10 plus months, not really being able to affect change in the ecosystem that I'm trying to affect change in, because we're waiting on a third party. I said, I can do this better than the competition and I can do it faster. Now, am I a website designer?
That mindset of you.
Am I a website designer? Certainly not. You don't want me designing your website, but I am certainly smart enough to assemble the best team. And so that's exactly what I did. My agency isn't here to make copious amounts of profit. And I know that sounds insane. It's in order to provide resources and first-class resources to my clients to ensure that they're successful, because I make my rent on my consultancy. Right. Mm-hmm. And if I provide you the resources at cost, or as close to at cost as physically reasonable, okay, my idea is that I'm going to retain you for a really long time, because I'm going to affect change in your ecosystem. And that's why I have an incredible retention rate of my clients. Clients don't leave my roster. And that's something I'm really, really proud of. The wait list isn't thrilled by that, but ultimately, like, that's why I do what I do. So that's Henry Street Creative, and anything in terms of your marketing ecosystem, from website to logo, to social content, to video content, to television commercial. We can do everything in-house here, and we can do it at an impressive value in comparison to our New York competition.
Yeah. And what's the website? HenryStreetCreative.com?
Yeah, HenryStreetCreative.com.
And you guys did our website. So if you want to see what they did for ours, it is thehooverteam.com. Beautiful, beautiful website. We were very impressed with it and still happy about it.
Absolutely.
Good. That's what we want, right? I will tell you that I've had every single client walk away happy. We're not mind readers, so I can't say that every draft we've ever delivered was received like perfect, no changes, right? That's not the purpose of our company, and that's certainly not the expectation or the goal, but I do ensure that, again, people have invested in me and invested in the company, and I have to ensure they walk away happy within reason. So ultimately, my goal is to ensure that everyone walks away happy to the best of our ability.
And you certainly do.
Yes.
That's the goal. Success.
That's the goal. Yes, absolutely. So any final thoughts or wisdom to share with our listeners?
That's kind of on the spot.
Yeah, no, it is kind of on the spot. Well, hey, Tyler, I don't want to take up any more of your time. Your time is valuable to us and to everybody that you impact. We truly appreciate you and everything that you've done for our business.
Yes.
And thank you for even taking the time to be on today. So everybody, please, if you are in real estate by chance or in some of those other markets, please be sure to check out Tyler's information on tylergmount.com. That's tylergmount.com. And again, outside of the coaching, with the media, you can take a look at henrystreetcreative.com to see their work. It is very quality work. And like he said, as far as the price, he definitely beats out competition. Well, thank you for listening. And to our very first episode, this is exciting. This is getting the ball rolling. So coming up, we're going to be, like we said before, we're interviewing other people in the community. We've got a list of people already that we're reaching out to. So I'm impressed.
Lots of nominations.
Well, they're all nominations.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And so that brings me to this. Who do you know that we need to know? Who do you know that would be great for this podcast? Because it's done remotely. You don't need to come in, as Tyler's in New York. But we do ask that it's somebody here locally, somebody that's impacting our market in this Middle Tennessee area, just so that, we can talk, community stuff with them and, how it's working.
Yes.
We invited Tyler because he helped get all this started. And but yeah, outside of Tyler, we want to try to keep it local.
Yeah. You're special, Tyler.
Oh, I appreciate that. You're special too, because at the end of the day, you matter.
You matter.
That's right.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. And please help us out. Leave us a 5-star review. That really helps the rankings. And also share this with your friends, family, and even the people that don't like you. Just share it with them anyway. It may make them better. I don't know.
There we go.
All right. But thank you, everybody. Y'all have a great one. And always remember that we're all blessed and we all matter. Thank you so much. And that brings us to the end of another episode of You Matter Nashville.
We hope today's show has left you feeling as uplifted and inspired as we are. Remember, the spirit of Nashville lives in all of us, and every small act of kindness echoes throughout the community.
A huge thank you for listening and even being a part of our You Matter community. If you love this episode, please share with friends and leave us a 5-star review. It helps us reach more listeners and spread the love.
And if you know anyone that is looking to make a move to Middle Tennessee area, we are real estate professionals known as the Hoover Team, and we would be honored to serve them with excellence.
Until next time, keep making a difference, Nashville. You matter more than you know.